Hello friends, welcome to Dr. Usman's EduTrend. Swing into educational trends. How are you all? Hope you all are doing well. Well, today I will be talking about the rising trend of multi-career, one person, multiple jobs, multi-skill sets. So let's get started. Well, when we all were kids, the question everyone asked us was, what do you want to become when you grow up? We spontaneously answered it, saying any one profession or single career. The seeds of idea are planted in our minds that one career, one single profession is all that we thought to pursue for. Our way of life supports this conviction by advancing that we each have one genuine skill, one predetermination which we follow to satisfy. Obviously, when you are young, the possibility that can be anything you desire is enjoyable. You can dream about being a space explorer or astronaut or a pilot, and the elders who ask you the question will give you a nice smile and pat you on your head and encourage you. But if you give the same answer after 10 years, the scenario will be different. You will get a different response from your elders. The strain to settle on firm decisions start before even a child leaves the secondary school, where unfair, progressive, restricted choices were provided about the subjects we can examine. You wind up pursuing either an arts or a science individual, and if the interests for the both subject are mentioned by you, then you will be met with unacceptable responses from the mentors, who anticipates that you should limit your field of concentration to any one of this. There is a good saying by educator Ernest Boyer that the future belongs to the integrators. According to Google or Wikipedia, a multi-talented or multi-passionate or multi-potentialite person, whom you might also call as polymath, is one whose expertise spans a significant number of different subject areas or different ranging knowledge or learning. If you love to do and learn a lot of things in many different areas, then you are a polymath who often becomes competent in at least 3 diverse domains and integrates themselves into top 1% skill set. In other words, they bring the best of what humankind has found from across all fields to assist them with being progressively powerful in their center field. Now let us see how it looks to have multiple careers. Having multiple careers at once is actually an age-old concept. Despite the fact that the word multi-talented is new, the concept of multi-talent is very old. For centuries, people had lots of opportunities and jobs, sometimes simultaneously and sometimes now and then. In past eras, there was far less industry obstructions against having multiple careers when compared to today. The 18th century statesman Benjamin Franklin, always been remembered for his multiple interests in his lifetime, from a postmaster to a printer to an innovator to a researcher to a creator, legislator and a negotiator. But now the popularity of having multiple careers has been increasing in recent decades. It comes in all shapes and sizes, across all age groups. A lawyer is also a chef. The teacher is also an IT professional. A writer is a speaker and also a consultant. A marketing executive is also a real estate investor. The developer is a designer. Now, let us talk about types of multi-careers. There are basically 2 types of multi-careers: concurrent and sequential. Concurrent multiple career is like working in multiple professions simultaneously. For example, a teacher is also a painter, where an individual who works for 9 months out of the year as a school teacher and 3 months out of the year as a painter. A doctor, potter, might refer to an individual who works as an pediatrician during the day, but works within a ceramic studio at night. The lawyer homemaker works as an attorney general and is also in charge of domestic duties at home. Increasingly, as adults, you must take care for younger generation children and elder generation parents. The caregiver role worker has emerged where a worker completes the task of their job and career and simultaneously gives care for the needs of children and the elders. It's to be noted that many members of the working class have been simultaneously comes into this class, where it comes out of economic necessity. Now let us see who adopt concurrent multiple careers. People adopt multiple concurrent careers for a reason like personals, such as interest or lack of fulfillment in one career, or economical, maybe it could be due to poverty or striving for additional wealth, or it could be due to educational, like if the person is having multiple degrees in multiple fields. Now in the second category, that is sequential multiple career, people with this type of careers adopt a changing professional identity over the time. Hence a worker may devote 10 to 20 years of his or her life to one career and then switch to a related career or an entirely new career. Here, life expectancy may increase, educational opportunities may expand, they may increasingly find themselves forced to fulfill the goals of one career and then adopt another, but retirement benefits will be decreasing. Some view this as an opportunity to expand meaning and purpose into later life, while others see this trend as a very risky, unfortunate economic, health and social reality. Now let us see what are the different benefits of having multiple careers. The benefits of multiple careers will be general or personal. For example, improved idea creation and pattern recognitions. More you know the topic, more creative ideas comes into your mind and more solutions will come out. Mental well-being and identity. Your mental well-being and identity gets protected. Sometimes it's painful if one identity is threatened. There are lots of people who lose hope and die due to depression. Now, fulfillment and freedom. Now the scenario is different, where younger generations wanted to leave to work on their own terms, not work to leave. More attractive, valuable employee. People have become extremely valuable to their organizations because they have mastered a combination of skills. For example, the marketing executive have technical background in data analytics and engineering. Entering into never existed markets in new role when starting the career. Today we have artificial intelligence engineers, user experience psychologists, drone operators, app developers, and countless more. These roles were never existed in the past, but in demand presently. Moving ahead with technological development on artificial intelligence, as the job will be soon replaced by working robots. For personal growth, a study reveals that 40% of independent workers who became an independent freelancer were for personal growth. The second most cited reason was flexibility. To proactively diversify your income streams for financial security. You cannot rely on your employer for a steady paycheck, no matter how glittery the scenario is. Now let us talk about the downsides. Having multiple careers is not everyone's cup of tea. It leads to burnout and can be distracting. Unsustainable situation. It may turn dangerous. And there is a saying that it's better to do one thing well than three things badly. Moonlight busy. This means like many employees sign a contract with the employer that prohibits working for another company. Even still, millions of people works in off timings and keep it as a secret. You will be always frowned upon by the colleagues and manager Your professionalism and commitment to the organization is sometimes questionable. Now let us see how to introspect yourself whether you are a multi-talented person or not. Finding reveals that despite the risk, 68% of freelancers said that their quality of life has improved since going independent, and 45% said that they feel more secure in their environment this year compared to last twice as many who said they felt less secure. The following factors will help you to identify whether you are a multi-talented, multi-potentialite person. Grow yourself by thinking globally and expand your market. Your income and your audience is not limited to where you live. It's fascinating how different professions are in high demand now and respected in different countries. For example, translation services may be undervalued in Canada, but it is extremely well paid in other countries. Or your startup skills may be overshadowed in present country, but may be celebrated in some emerging tech hubs. Now you identify your strengths and see what excites you. If you know your interests and what message you want to deliver to the world, think about how you can develop that through complementary mediums. For example, as a consultant, as a writer, as a speaker, you can use many different formats to share your ideas around one theme. If you don't know yet, reflect on the work you enjoy doing now. If you're doing any enjoyable, unofficial role or side project at your current job, which is termed to outside your normal scope of work, then you can think on it as it's the other side of your skill. Now, opting careers that complements each other and are mutually beneficial. An Uber driver and a professional photographer who also ran his own tour business. He markets his tour business by word of mouth to his Uber passengers and differentiates his tour business by offering photography lessons and portrait prints to his customers. Now next is initiate with your interest projects on small scale and see how you feel. Working with one client who may be a friend or pro bono and make your profile. Observe what resonates with others, what you enjoy doing, and follow your intuition. It's like switching the gears according to your comfort. Gaining new skill set. You can gain a new skill set by using your career as a method to gain new skills and experience in an industry you want to enter. Choose clients that are in area that interest you and take on tasks that require you to build your skill set. Now translate yourself to outside world. How you will do that? Make sure to translate your prior successes and experiences that make you a unique and valuable asset to your client or organization. Even if you are a newcomer to the organization, your fresh perspective becomes your strength. If you have proven expertise in one field, it's easier to gain credibility and all around. Now social power. Your friends and social network, power of word of mouth referrals, where your contacts will often be the ones to help you land your first clients or get your foot into the door of new organization. Now be a master of your skills, but don't be a jack of all trades. Focus on mastering few skills which aligns with your strengths. Many skills upgrade sometimes backfire and double down you when you are trying to multitask. Now to differentiate yourself, you have to demonstrate how you combine any 2 or 3 skills to create even more value to your client and your organization. Now comes the trading time for money. Do not trade time for money for more than one of your jobs. Ideally, your income does not have to be dependent on number of hours you work. For example, if you have full-time desk job and you are doing consultant job by night, look into the retainer or project-based pricing for your consultant contracts rather than an hourly rates. Even better, have one or more jobs where you generate passive income. If you're juggling a full-time job and a part-time job or two or more part-time jobs, then you may lead to burnout. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching this video. For more informative and useful videos, do like, share and comment. Do not forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to receive notification on addition of new videos. Thank you.